Bang, and we're back, and the NFT subject continues. Up next is a panel who will tackle the mind-blowing subject of audio-visual NFTs. Moderating this one is EAK Digital's own Cynthia Gentry. The panel is all yours, Cynthia. Take it away.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Today, I'm joining conversation with Extraweg, the visionary artist behind the collaborative art piece, with Mick Jagger and Reverend Moose of Neva Charity. Hi, everyone. How are you guys doing? Can you give a brief introduction to who you are and how you're involved in the project?
Sure. So my name is Moose. I am the executive director and co-founder of the National Independent Venue Association, and also the executive director of the National Independent Venue Foundation, which is the charitable arm of what we're doing. We started just a few days over a year ago, and we have over 3,000 independent venues, promoters, festivals as part of our membership. We activated to be able to launch an advocacy campaign to be able to help protect the independent venues that otherwise didn't have a voice in the government as the pandemic was starting. And so, part of our fight has been to successfully secure over $16 billion in federal funding. But the problem is we've not yet seen a single one of those dollars be distributed to any of the venues and promoters. So we've been doing rather aggressive fundraising over the last year and a number of different partnerships to be able to help do that.
So should I?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, my name is Oliver. I'm German 3D artist and art director, also under the alias Extraweg. And I'm the lucky guy who could collaborate with Mick Jagger on an NFT, which is now live at the moment.
Awesome. Yes, the NFT is now live on Nifty Gateway. We have about 4 hours left on the auction. How does it feel to have your charity be a part of such a historic NFT drop?
Well, certainly it's really wonderful, and it's an amazing feeling to have people care enough that they would want to participate and help our organization and the people that benefit from our organization. But I'll also say the speed at which NFTs have come into the marketplace and the mystery that still surrounds them to some degree, or the appeal, it all feels somewhat magical in this respect, right? Like it's as if somebody's just going to say, here's a thing, and it's going to financially benefit you, and we'll explain it just enough for you to realize that it's, real, but it still doesn't necessarily feel real. And I think that's the world in which a lot of people are operating in regards to NFTs. Is it's real, it's not real, but it's real, and there's obviously a very significant value to them right now. So it's very nice that we're part of this story.
Right, that's a perfect description of NFTs as we merge more and more with the digital landscape. Those in the audience who are unfamiliar with NFTs, they stand for non-fungible tokens, and they're digital assets on the blockchain along cryptocurrencies. So Extraweg, I have a question for you regarding this audiovisual collab. What was the creative process working with Mick Jagger?
So I think I need to explain that my work usually includes human bodies and human parts or heads, stuff like this. And I was also always fascinated by the human bodies and surreal. And it was almost 2 weeks ago, I got an email from the record Polydor that they have a project with Mick Jagger, and it's for charity. And if I wanted to be part of it, and they also said that he was actually forward my work to them. So he saw my stuff. I think it was, I don't know how exactly, but he wanted to have it. He saw it, and I think he likes it. And so we had a call with a label, and I said, great, I'm in. It's for a good thing. But I would need around 4 weeks to create something nice. And they said, we don't have so much time. It's like 2 weeks. And said, okay, it's not so easy. we need a master plan to do this done, because all this concept and communication usually takes a lot of time. So I said, send me the song, because I need to understand the lyrics and the message. And most important is that I need to understand Mick's vision on this, so it fits my vision with his vision. Because I don't want to just create a nice looking image. I wanted to transfer a message and to have the same as Mick wanted to express. So they sent me the lyrics. I started before talking to Mick to kind of study the topics, the main topics. So I picked out the main topics, and then based on this, I prepared some mood boards with starting ideas, and then actually 2 days later, he called me on my phone. Mick Jagger called me on my phone. I was like, "What? Crazy!" And then we actually brainstormed over these topics, which has been like themes such as memory, humanity, or being trapped in a pandemic, or the escaping of this pandemic. So based on this information from him, I was going to the next step. I started to do to develop some more defined script, and I started to do some 3D tests. And with this, we called again, and he then chose one of these three ideas, I would say, because one of them have been a little bit more negative, I would say. One of them was a little bit more positive, and for him it was important that this artworks transfer the optimism and the hope to escape from this situation we are all in, but on the same time showing how we are being trapped, or we are trapped in this situation. And at the end we decided to create a piece of artwork where a human is constantly running, so men and women through ahead and escape from this situation we are all in. And I think the message which it transfers fits really well to the song.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that description. If you want to check out the audiovisual NFT, it is again on Nifty Gateway. It's also being listed on mickjagger.com. So it was phenomenal, like mind-blowing. So thank you so much, Extraweg, for the inside scoop on how that works. Awesome. Reverend Moose, I have one last question for you before it's our time. Do you feel that with your experience with NFTs and with the crypto space, do you feel that NFTs are a good vehicle for philanthropy and humanitarian causes?
Well, my experience with NFTs goes back about a week and a half. And so seeing as I've had significantly fewer calls with Mick Jagger than other people on this call, I don't necessarily know if I would be considered an expert in the field by any means. But I do think that the fact that they are obviously very appealing right now, and the folks that are at the forefront are seeing the benefits to being able to work with charities, to me, that is just such a wonderful aspect to be able to pull into conversations that usually historically have just been about tech culture and the tech identities. So that they're thinking about the arts and the creative communities and those that don't necessarily have the same access to funds as other people might, that is just really something that we should be celebrating. As far as what the future is for NFTs, I don't know. I don't know what tomorrow brings to any of us, right? We're just kind of rolling with the waves as we see it. But, last week, there's over $200,000 was raised for independent venues as a result of NFTs, and that's much needed funds, and they're being put to use. And so I see that as a very good thing and a very strong thing for the future that we're trying to build. And we're always grateful to be able to work with people that are able to share their platforms to be able to help.
That's awesome. Definitely love this intersection of technology, crypto, and humanities and arts and philanthropy. So again, if you guys want to get involved with this historic moment, it's live on Nifty Gateway. We have about 4 hours left for the auction. Is that correct? Yeah, 4 hours. And again, it's listed on mickjagger.com. So before we exit, do you guys have any closing remarks, any media links that we can send the audience to connect with you further that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I'll jump in. We've launched our entire campaign through saveourstages.com. It's been a really good resource for people that are wanting to help independent venues, promoters, and the communities that depend upon them. So if you have a minute and you can go to saveourstages.com, that would be great. If you have more money than you have minutes, then I would say bid on this NFT and let's see how high we can get it. And obviously the beneficiaries of it, it's not just NEVA and Save Our Stages. There's worldwide beneficiaries on this that are going to be able to really make a lot out of the financial contributions that people are making. And just thank you to everybody who's made this possible.
Yeah, and just to add, not only is it good for charity, but the song is really cool and the artwork is cool too. So it's a good collectible for any NFT collectors out there. Okay, Extraweg, you can go now.
Thank you so much. So I can go. So yeah, for me, what should I say? So I'm completely humbled to be part of this project. And as I said, so this is for a good purpose. I don't want to talk so much about my stuff now. It's like we should bid on the stuff to support this is charity thing. And I hope that it will go up a little bit. I think how many hours we have? Still 4 hours to go. So so let's bid on it as much as you can.
All right. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for joining in conversation, Extraweg and Reverend Moose. Be sure to bid on the historical Jagger and Extraweg NFT today before time runs out. We only have 4 hours left. And that was it. Thank you.
Thank you.